Hello guys, welcome. My name is Satya, and in this video we'll be looking at conditions and branching in Python. Okay, so let's begin without any further delay. So in Python we have see, just like we use conditions and branching in our general language, English language, like if condition, right? So we will be using if condition in the communication of English. So similarly, in the same way, we can actually use if condition and else condition in Python. Okay, so the meaning is very much the same as in the English language. So if means you must be knowing we will be having three conditions and branching. Okay, three conditions. The first one is if condition, then elif, and then else. So these are the three conditions, and the branching is done using these conditions itself. All right, so we will be looking at some format of these conditions. So this is how we use these conditions. For suppose if we are using if condition, okay, so we will have to use if condition with if keyword, and then the argument which we want to pass, okay, like the condition, and then we have to drop a semicolon and enter. Okay, so this will start the indent. So this is called as indentation. Okay, so since we don't use any brackets in Python for defining functions and etc., we can actually use, but we usually don't. We can actually use the indentation method. Okay, so which means if a and then do this. Okay, the second condition, and then elif b, then do this, else whatever. Okay, so similarly we can actually do like this. Okay, so in a flow chart we can actually see like this, and it will be very much clear if we take an example and explain. Okay, I will be just explaining to you with an example. So for an example, let's let us take a condition of results. Okay, results in exam, just a minute. Yeah, so we all must be writing exams in some or other time, right? So let us suppose in some college named as ABC college, students will be receiving three types of grades. Okay, three types of grades, namely um, the first one will be like A plus, and then pass, and then fail. Okay, or else like distinction. This will be better: distinction, pass, and fail. All right, so this will be three types of result we will be getting in any college, and let's suppose this is for ABC college. So if we want to write a program to classify students based on this distinction, and there are certain things like if the overall marks are greater than 90, then he is in distinction. If that is greater than 40 and less than equals to 90, then it's pass. Okay, else it's fail. Okay, which means less than 40, less than equals to 40. So we will have to put this condition in programming. Okay, so we will be doing this example in programming, and let's just write the small code over here. Okay, so we will be using if condition. First of all, if marks is greater than 90, the same. Okay, if the marks is greater than 90, colon, and then press enter, you will be getting the indentation automatically somewhere around here. Okay, and after we get the indentation, we will have to write whatever the condition we have. Okay, if the argument we have, then print distinction. Okay, and the second one is elif. Okay, elif marks is greater than 40, print, pass. Okay, see, I have not included this statement over here. If you have observed, I have not included less than equals to 90 statement over here. The reason is very simple. We just don't need to include it, because if it is greater than 90, all right, so if the marks are greater than 90, he will be getting the distinction, and this entire ladder will be out. Okay, so he will be getting the distinction. Else, see, the program will only run this step only if this is not the case, right? So which actually means we don't need to mention that it's less than 90. Okay, we don't need to mention this. I hope this is clear, and we will move to the next argument in the program. And the last one is else. We can actually put this argument, but there is no need, as I have said. Okay, because until 40 it's mentioned in the above statement. Okay, so it will come to this statement only if all these are false. All right, so only if all the above are false, the program will run the last statement, else statement. So we can actually put else and print fail. Okay, so just understand like this: if the student did not get distinction, if he did not get pass marks, then what's he is just fail, right? So we don't need to put this argument also. I hope this is clear. So this is what the complete code will look like. Yeah, and also remember this, we even have to use include this one, marks equals to integer of input. Okay, because we will be taking the input, right? So we will be taking the input. Refer to the input and output videos. We will be taking input like this, and then once the marks are stored, then this will be run, and then the output will be coming, whatever the output is. Okay, so this is how we write a Python program and Python script. Okay, so that's it for today. So if you are clear with if statement, elif statement and else statement, we can actually proceed to the programming section. And just remember, if and else you must be knowing, they are very much similar, very much in usage in English language, right? So the meaning is very much same. And coming to elif, some people have doubt why is it elif, because it contains else and also if. All right, so because see here, L stands for else. Okay, which means whatever the above statement is, if this is false, come here. Okay, this is what it refers to. Okay, and then elif means if, means this if condition. Okay, so this is what elif stands for. And that's it for this video, and I hope you like this, and thank you.